Hi there guys, and welcome to my Knights of the Fallen Empire coverage. My name is George and today I will be going over some of the details we have seen on the latest developers livestream for Star Wars The Old Republic. First, let's quickly recap some of the story that was shown in this livestream. This was some early gameplay and cutscenes of Chapter 3 from perspective of Jedi Knight, taking place on homeworld of Zakul Empire. You have been frozen in carbonite for the last 5 years and therefore all of your companions went their separate ways. Chapter starts as Lana Beniko wakes you up by releasing you from carbonite and injecting you with some sort of serum. You are informed that Republic and Empire have all but fallen to the Zakul Emperor. T7 comes in and after a brief dialogue, enemy troops start shooting at you. You need to make your escape with Lana as your new permanent companion. Soon after, you are presented with your first big choice that will impact how the rest of the story unfolds, depending on your light side or dark side choice. Code Vortena, your second new companion, shows up and urges you to prevent the sun generator from exploding. Developers went with dark side choice, where they have set the sun generator to explode and use all the chaos to escape much easier. Code didn't like that choice and I'm guessing that will have impact on how he interacts with you later on. Just to note, light side choice would involve sparing the city and its citizens, but it would make your escape much harder. Basically, dark side is the easy way out of this instance. After that, we see waves of sky troopers, which are the main forces of Zakul, attacking you and you have to fight your way through them as you escape. Kurt is supposed to rescue you with his ship, but he crashes instead. More enemy troops shows up after taking care of them and reaching the extraction point. Knights of Zakul show up. They are a force-sensitive police force of Zakul Empire. They say you are guilty of assassinating the Immortal Emperor, the same guy that imprisoned you in the first place. As Jedi Knight, you can try force persuade on them, but since they are force sensitive, they will resist your attempt and attack right away. After some fighting, the knight escapes and the other one is being force choked by Lana. Here you are presented with another choice: let him go or kill him. This choice will again impact certain events later on. For instance, if you kill this knight, the other one may return later on, seeking revenge, or if you let him leave, they may be more sympathetic to your cause later on. Vaylin shows up to stop you from escaping. You are once again given a choice to help Lana fight her or run. Kaz shows up with his ship and shoots at Vaylin, but she managed to grab a piece of metal to shield herself. Then she throws it at Kaz's ship, damaging it. You are dragged up by HK-55 while Vaylin is distracted, and scene ends as T7 stops the anti-air cannons from destroying Kaz's ship. Okay, let's move on with main points that were revealed in post Q&A. Most of it was focused on companions. Lana Beniko becomes a full-blown companion in this expansion with start of chapter 3 of the story. There will be a time lapse of 5 years. Your previous companions went their separate ways and part of your story will be revealing what happened to them. It is up to you if you wish to unite with your old companions to help against the Eternal Empire. From story standpoint, you will be locked to use certain companions in various chapters. You will encounter new companions as well as old ones during your story. Companions that are not story related are not taken away from you. You will have access to all of them gameplay wise, just not story wise. So if you wanna use HK or Take for instance, you can do that outside of your story missions. So story-wise, some of your old companions won't be present, but gameplay-wise, you can resummon old companions as you see fit. For me personally, this seems a bit story-breaking, but I guess due to engine limitations and all that, they can't work around it. You won't lose any companion affections you previously gained up until now. Story-wise, choices you made in past will matter, so if you were romantically involved with some companions in past, that will affect your story now. All companions will now be able to fill all 3 roles, so for instance, HK can be a healer if that is what you want. That way you can use your favorite companion in all situations without the need to switch among them if that is what you want. For me personally, this is again a bit lore breaking. For instance, I just don't see HK being a healer, him being an assassin droid and all. Makes no sense story wise, but okay, I guess. Your companion will keep all the gear they had before, so you don't need to fear you will lose some of it. Companions' gear will now be purely cosmetic, however, so all stats for their gear will be removed. So you can keep customizing their visuals all the way you want, but you can't use any stats they had before. So I think that will work similar like outfit designer works for your main characters. All companions will now level up as you do, so if for instance you haven't used T7 for a while, you can pick him up at any time down the line and his level will be the same as yours, so they won't be under leveled anymore like they were so far if you haven't used them in a while, since gear won't affect their stats anymore. In most cases you won't lose anything you had previously on your companions, but in case there is some conflict you will be warned in game, so you can act accordingly. And lastly, after that short Q&A, they have shown a small part of chapter 1 where it is shown that you will have to make a very important choice regarding your companions. You as a Jedi Knight are shown inside Mars' capital ship in the process of breaking apart. You manage to break free your ship from the airlock with Kira among other companions in it. In dialogue between Kira and the Jedi Knight, you can either tell her to escape on your ship, leaving you behind, or stay and help defend Mars' ship. In the video, escape option was picked, and then you hear Mara in the background directing you to get to the next part of the story. And now for my impressions. From what I have seen so far, the story seems pretty good and cutscene seems to be done rather well. Gameplay wise, nothing has changed apart from the fact that you won't have all your abilities right away at the start. They said no abilities were taken away. In fact, some new ones were added as well. Overall, I have to say, to me it doesn't seem to look and feel much different from what I have seen in game so far, especially with Shadow of Aeon expansion. I guess they are again limited with the engine and therefore they can't really change much gameplay wise, but at least story seems intriguing, so I don't really have any complaints there. It remains to be seen how the game will actually perform, since the engine is seriously outdated and in dire need of an upgrade. As we have already seen with Shadow of Aeon, the game was struggling a lot keeping FPS at decent levels, especially in operations and war zones, so I'm interested to see if they will manage to make some improvements on that part. And after all is said and done story-wise, I am interested to see what will they do to keep people playing at endgame, because a lot of people, myself included, were pissed off by the fact that there were no new endgame operations or other content at launch. I guess only time will tell. Anyway, I will end it here for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this little recap of Knights of the Fallen Empire livestream. They said there will be more to come in coming weeks, so I will keep an eye out for that for you guys and inform you as new information comes in future videos. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful day and I will see you guys out there.